Hi everyone. I come to you today to talk about things such as cooling systems for your fursuits. It's a very common question that gets asked as how do we stay cool when wearing our suits? Well, there's four basic principles as far as cooling systems goes in your suits. Starting with the very first thing is evaporative cooling systems, or evaporative heat loss clothing is the most common reason. Things such as Under Armour. These help your body wick away moisture. What these do is pulls the moisture away from your skin. Your body sweats in order to help reduce its heat. These articles of clothing help pull that sweat away from your body, which makes you get cooler. These also help evaporate that sweat, which also will help you get cooler. So that is the first type of cooling system that we use, evaporative cooling systems. The second type of cooling system that's commonly used, and is a very simplistic system as well, is fans. There's fans like this one here. It goes in my nose. It goes in here. It goes inside and blows air into or out of my head. I can reverse this. I can make it blow in or out. Mine's removable, so I can take it out whenever I want. But this is a simple form. Another form of fan is the necklace fan. These is where you see us stick these in our mouth and helps cool us down. You can get these at many different places, including Amazon and several other spots, but these help keep you cool. There's also the necklace style, or there's even vests with fans built in. Now, the third style of cooling systems that can be used is ice. There are vests that actually have pockets for ice, and there's two types of ice vests. The first kind is the kind where you freeze the packages of ice. They're actual ice packages, and they freeze. Those usually last around 2 hours before you have to refreeze them in a freezer. The other style of ice vest is known as a phase change ice crystals vest. These, all you have to do is get them below their active temperature, and they will refreeze without a freezer. That's right, without a freezer. These, once again, last for about 2 to 4 hours. They press up against your skin or up against your evaporative cooling base layer, and they'll help cool you down. What this does is prevents you from sweating in the first place, and thereby keeps your core temperature lower, so you're a lot cooler while you're suiting. The phase change ones are pretty simple. All you have to do is cool them down with cold water, or put them in a fridge or a freezer. Depending upon how cold it is that you put them in will determine how long it takes for them to freeze. So the colder the place, such as a freezer, they'll completely freeze up again in like 20 minutes. The regular ice style vests, they will take several hours to freeze. Now, the fourth and final type of cooling system that we commonly use is known as a circulatory system. I actually use a circulatory system. See, it has all these wonderful little hoses through here. And inside, I'm all paused. Inside, a bladder goes in here. And at the bottom, there's a pump in here. And what it does is, it circulates freezing cold water that's chilled by a 3-pound ice block. And it circulates that water through this piping. This piping is inside the vest, and you wear this on your person. Once again, over top your base layer. These have a lot more control than the regular ice pack systems, because they have I'm all paused. I can't find the switch. They have an on-off switch. So you could turn this on and off whether or not you need it or not. So they tend to last a little longer, and you don't get as cold as you would with ice, thereby making this system last a little longer. Now, all the above mentioned systems will all fit underneath your fursuit except this one. Your suit has to be custom tailored to your body with this pack on when you get your bodysuit made. This will add several inches to your size, which means that your regular bodysuit, this won't fit underneath. I have a custom bodysuit for this pack, so I can wear this pack. That being said, mine actually recently failed at MFF. The bladder sprung a leak. That's the downside to the circulatory system, because it does rely on circulating cold water. So because of that, it can develop a leak. It does have failure points. You know, failure points such as the battery can die, the pump can fail, the bladder itself can develop a leak. And that's what happened to mine. The bladder itself developed a leak. That is repairable and replaceable items inside that vest. However, it's very inconvenient at a con. So, depending upon your situation and depending upon your cooling needs will determine what you need to use. Myself, I enjoy my circulatory system because the circulatory system is good for 6 to 10 hours. That's right. 6 to 10 hours of suiting. That will last all day. However, they are very expensive. A good base layer system, just your evaporative cooling clothing, will typically run you around $40 to $50 for everything. Then moving up from there, your fans, those are around $10, $20, $30, $40, depending upon your fan system. They do have vests with fans built into them as well, but once again, your suit has to be tailored to fit that. Also, those are somewhere around the neighborhood of $50, $70, $80. A regular ice vest, a standard ice vest, usually will run you around $30, $40, $50. The phase change crystals, those particular vests usually run around $130. Circulatory vest, the one I have, was $300. They can be as expensive as $2,000. There are companies such as, I got mine from CompuCool, and then there's companies like Cool Shirt where they actually have full body suits with those pipings. However, companies like that, those require an external source such as a cooler or some sort of exterior box to carry the cooling system in, because there's no pumps or anything incorporated into it. This one is completely self-contained. But being that this one's self-contained, my suit has to be tailor fit for that vest. Meanwhile, the cool shirt system, it's literally this evaporative cooling system with piping on it. And then there's two hoses that come off and go out to a remote source, such as a cooler with a pump full of ice. And it will pump it in and cool you off. Now, that has its advantages. And here's those advantages. If you have a handler and you are at a con, you can wear that suit as the normal evaporative underlayment system, such as like Under Armour is a brand. You can wear that system just like your Under Armour. And when you get hot, if you have a handler carrying a small cooler with your actual coolant in it, you can just take and open a pocket on your bodysuit and pull those hoses out and connect to that and cool down. And afterwards, you can just disconnect and continue suiting. It will still work like an evaporative system, but it has the piping to cool your core temperature down rapidly and let you get cooled back down again. And then you can take over with your evaporative system again. All of this pales in comparison to, it's not a way to get rid of having to hydrate. You must make sure to drink while suiting. Make sure to drink plenty of fluids. Drink lots of water. Suiting is very hot. You sweat a lot, and it is a lot of physical work. So please, don't overdo it. Remember to hydrate. Thank you all for stopping by. Bye.